Welcome to Skatoony, the show where kids and toons compete for prizes. Coming from the baseball park, please let out a bark, for Rosie Anderson.
Hey folks, has anyone seen my glasses?
And the Caillou.
Yeah.
What do you say, Caillou?
I say we meet today's contestants. Say hello to Francine, Dak, McStuffins, Wolfoo, Lynn Loud Jr., and Damien.
Great. Now listen up to the rules of the game. All you've gotta do is stay in the game through 3 rapid-fire rounds. We're gonna knock 2 of you out at the end of round 1, then drop the second pair of losers at the end of round 2. That'll leave 2 contestants, battling it out to see who goes through to the Skatoony Quiz Champ Challenge. Except Pink Yoshi is too lazy to do that, so we'll just skip straight to the prize. As you've probably noticed, we're not at our studio today.
That's because we partnered with a local baseball stadium. We do the show here and split our profits.
But there doesn't seem to be a game going on.
The players aren't here yet.
Aw, why a baseball stadium and not a football stadium?
This was just the first stadium we could find willing to split their profits with us.
Plus, I've heard football causes lots of injuries.
And how is Doc McStuffins here? I thought she was dead.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I see. That was just an internet rumor, derived from a kid on her show undergoing chemotherapy, and she was just a one-off character. But hey Doc, this makes you our second contestant thought to be dead, although the first one came from official media and not just an internet rumor. But you're completely safe to be here. It's not like we have any employees you're living in hideout from, and he's not even here today because…
Who's not here today?
Jeffy? I thought your dad forbid you from coming today since one of your mom's many ex-boyfriends was a contestant.
Well, when's he gonna learn? I don't give a…
Don't you dare cuss. Anyways, let's get things started by playing.
Bang on, or bogus.
Okay, here's how it works. I'm gonna say a load of stupid stuff. Some of it's true, but some of it ain't. You just have to tell me what's bang on true, and what's bogusly false. So if you think it's true, you shout.
Bang on.
And if you think it's false, you shout.
Bogus.
Got it? The 2 lowest scorers go out, and you have until the baseball players get here. Let's play. First up, the most popular cheese in Spain is made with bat's milk. Damien?
Bogus.
That's right, it is bogus. New York used to be called New Amsterdam. Francine?
Bogus.
No, it's bang on. At higher altitudes, there is less oxygen. Lynn?
True, I mean, bang on.
Correct. Cats are easier to train than dogs. Dak?
Bogus.
Correct. Popcorn was invented over 2,000 years ago. Wolfoo?
Bogus.
No, it's bang on. Humans produce approximately 1 cup of saliva a day. Damien?
Bogus.
No, it's bang on. Doctors never get sick. Doc?
Well, I've gotten sick before, and so has my mom, so, bogus.
Correct. A group of at least 5 geese is called a gaggle. Francine?
Bang on.
Correctamundo. Soccer games usually last 2 hours. Lynn?
Bogus.
Correct. People in Estonia played cricket on ice. Dak?
Bang on.
It is bang on. Japanese has 3 alphabets. Wolfoo?
Bogus.
No, it's bang on. How are we doing for time, Dad?
Almost. Only a few more players.
Great, we're nearly done. If you have too many X-rays, you start to go transparent. Doc?
Bogus.
Correct. Ping pong used to be called whiff-waff. Damien?
Bang on.
Correct, and I think that's
Everyone's here. The game's starting soon.
the end of the round. And at the end of the first round, we'll be saying goodbye to Francine and Wolfoo.
It's fitting how Peppa Pig was eliminated round 1 in our first episode, and her blatant ripoff is being eliminated round 1 of our season 2 premiere.
Hey, my show is not a ripoff of Peppa Pig.
Yes, it is. Hit it, Caillou.
You're out of here.
Well, that's it for round 1, but stick around, baseball butts, for more quizzing here on Welcome back to Skatoony. We have Dak, Doc, Lynn, and Damien remaining for round 2.
Hey, someone stole all our baseballs. You've seen them.
Oh, that was.
Shut up, Jeffy. You go look for them. I need to talk to Jeffy.
Okay. Hey Caillou, have you seen our baseballs?
Nope, but maybe there's something around here you could use instead.
Yeah, I know just what to use.
So Jeffy, did you take Doc's stethoscope? We don't want our props coming to life.
Yeah, and I swapped it for an identical looking one. But I tried it out and it doesn't seem to work.
Well, I've heard from the lore video that it's because... Hey, put me down.
Okay, here's your baseball.
That's not a baseball, it's a little girl.
Yeah, but I saw them use her as a baseball in a Pappy Animate 2012 video once. So, she'll work until we get our real baseballs back.
Well, looks like I'm taking over the quizzing duties. Looks like I'll be hosting round 2 today.
Aw, why'd they have to take Rosie and not Jeffy?
Duh, because that wasn't what happened in the Pappy Animate 2012 video.
But if it was Jeffy, I could have saved him and Rose would have left Marvin for me.
You know, now I'm starting to understand why Daddy didn't want me here today.
Anyways, now it's time to play. So, if you know. Okay, here's how it works. I'm gonna ask the questions. The answer will always be either baseball, ouch, football, ouch, or bow, ouch, ling. Just reach up, grab the ball that matches, and throw it my way. You have until the players hit Rosie out of the park. First question, in what sport can you hit a home run? Lynn.
Baseball.
Correct. Which of the balls on your head is the heaviest? Damien.
Bow.
Ouch. I dropped it.
Sorry, no throw, no point. Touchdown is a term from what sport? Tag.
Football.
Correct. In what sport is the ball not round? Damien.
Bowling? I got it this time.
Nope, looks pretty round to me.
Football.
That's right, but no point. This can be played as either 5-pin or 10-pin. Lynn.
Bowling.
Correct. Tackle and flag are types of what? Tag.
Football.
Correct. Which sport is played on a diamond? Lynn.
Baseball.
Correct. Which was not featured in the original Wii Sports? Tag.
Bowling? That's not a sport.
Duh, yes it is, and no it isn't. The answer was football.
Makes sense he wouldn't know it.
But didn't he debut in the last episode before? Never mind. Next question, who did the annoying orange annoy in episode 6? Doc.
Handball.
Correct.
Doc, that's a football.
Yeah, I know. It's just that in the video, the football mentioned people throwing him, so Orange said he should be called a handball, which is crazy. I mean, footballs can't talk.
Wow, she really has no idea, does she?
Not too loud. She'll hear you. Anyways, in which sport can you get a turkey? Damien.
Football, because people watch it on Thanksgiving.
That may be true, but the answer I wanted was bowling. What is soccer better known as outside of North America?
Football.
Correct.
Well, the team's best batter is up next. I've gotta make this a good throw.
Never mind the game. I don't care if it's not Jeffy, I gotta go save Rosie.
Hey, you can't save her. Then round 2 will go on forever.
Why is that?
Because you said it would last until they hit her out of the park.
Well, I thought it was obvious. If something prevents that from happening, it also indicates the end of the round. Go find something to do while Dak saves Rosie.
Okay, I guess.
Well, that's it for round 2, but stick around Baloney Guts for more quick quizzing here on Welcome back to Skatoony. Going into
Strike 2.
Why would the team's best batter get 2 strikes?
Because I'm gonna hit it out of the park. I missed on purpose to show off.
Alright, here it comes.
Alright, here goes. Ouch.
Strike 3. You're out.
Okay, I got Rosie.
Rosie, do you think you'll be able to host round 3?
Skatoony, it's the word on the street.
I guess not.
I think we'll have to.
Call a doctor?
Yeah, that.
But not you, a real doctor.
Yeah, I know.
Besides, you're not gonna be here much longer, because you and Damien are both out of the game. But I've gotta go get something before we eject you.
Oh no, Caillou's coming. Giraffe, go stuffed. Caillou, what are you doing here? It's me and my Giraffe's private time.
I see you finally managed to get that stethoscope working.
What are you talking about?
Look, I saw the giraffe move on its own, and I heard you tell it to go stuffed. There's no point in hiding it now. But it's time to give the stethoscope back to Doc.
Fine. Here you go.
Doc, here's your stethoscope back.
What? But I'm wearing my stethoscope.
No, the one you're wearing is a fake one which Jeffy swapped with the real one during the first break since we didn't want our props coming to life.
Wait, how did you?
Look, there's no time now. You're outta here.
I'm gonna call an ambulance to get Rosie to the hospital.
Okay, while you dial up the ambulance, we'll play. Dial up. Okay, here's how.
I'm okay.
Anyways, as I was saying, here's how it works. I'm gonna ask the questions, and the answer will always be a number from 0 to 9. After I ask the question, you set the dial to the answer you think is correct, and hit the buzzer to lock in your answer. Once both answers are locked in, I'll reveal the correct answer, and based on how much higher or lower your answer was from the correct one, your opponent gets that many points. And be sure to lock in quick enough. If you don't do it fast enough, it locks in automatically. You have as long as it takes the ambulance to get here and save Rosie. Let's go. First question, how many players on a baseball team? Well, both are locked in. Lynn correctly answered 9, while Dax said 1, because that's clearly how many players are on each of the teams playing behind us.
Well, I meant 11, but that's not on the dial, so I set it to the closest thing.
Well, since that's 8 less than the number of players on a baseball team, Lynn gets 8 points.
Crap, I got mixed up with football. But shouldn't she have only gotten 3 points?
It doesn't matter if you meant 11, your answer is what you set the dial to, not what you say. Next, how many wheels does a unicycle have? Okay, both players locked in at 1, which is correct. Next question, how many stars on the Australian flag? Okay, both locked in. Lynn says 7, while Dax said 5.
Well,
Let me guess, you meant 50 because you thought I said American and not Australian.
Yes.
Well, the answer was 6, so you get 1 point each.
Well, good thing my answer was set as 5, or else Lynn would have gotten 44 points.
Next question, which number's positional adjective is also a unit of time? Duh, okay. It seems neither of you touched your dials.
Well, I had no idea what you meant by that.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, the answer was 2, so Lynn gets 3 points and Dad gets 5.
Well, what's that thing that's also a time unit?
Second.
Oh, I see.
Next question, what's the only number spelled out with its own value in letters? Okay, Lynn says 4, while Dax said 7. Lynn got it right, and she gets 3 points.
Well, I had no idea what you meant.
Next question, what can you add to the end of a number to multiply it by 10? Well, time's up. Lynn says 0, while Dax dial locked in at 1.
Well, I heard you say 10, so I tried to put the dial between the 1 and 0, but it kept moving.
Well, numbers with multiple digits are never correct. Lynn had the correct answer and she gets 1 point. Next, how do you say no in German? Duh, okay, neither of you touched your dials again.
Well, that question had nothing to do with numbers.
Yeah, but the answer was 9, so Lynn gets 8 points and Dad gets 9.
Hey, I got the max points for one question.
Yeah, but I don't think it'll be enough, cause I think...
Alright, the ambulance got Rosie to the hospital.
Yep, it's the end of the round, and while I've already said it indirectly, our winner is Lynn.
Yay, take that, Dak.
Come on. Now Rose will never leave Marvin for me.
Great. Mommy never would have left Daddy anyways.
Sorry to say, Jack, you're out of here. Well, that's it for episode 15. Feels awkward doing this, Rosie usually does it, but stick around for more quizzing here on It Happened After the Show.
So, where's my check?
What check?
My cut of the profits of tickets sold?
Well, you didn't read the fine print on the contract.
Let's see, fine print. We will not actually split our profits with you. We will use you to promote our dying stadium and take all the money, giving you nothing in return. Hey, no fair.
Too bad. Now get out before I call the cops. Hey, I've got a letter for you from the court. Wow, Boris is suing me? I can easily win this.
This is the case of Go City Baseball Stadium versus Boris Anderson.
Well, they can't sue us. The fine print said we get all the money and leave you with nothing.
Oh, that's not why I'm suing you. I'm suing you for using my daughter as a baseball.
Wait, what? When did we?
Just watch this video. It also aired on live TV. See, my daughter's in the hospital thanks to you.
Well, that's enough evidence. I declare you guilty.
But it was the ball guy's fault, not mine.
I don't care. You still need to pay compensation.
So? Do you want me to pay your daughter's medical bills?
No, we're Canadian. We get free health care. I want you to give me 100% of your ticket sales from the game.
But the stadium will go bankrupt if I give you all that money.
Well, maybe you should have thought about that before letting them use Rosie as a baseball or scamming me with the fine print. If you hadn't done that, I might have been willing to go easy on you. But nope.
But I still would have gone bankrupt if I hadn't done the whole fine print thing.
Well, that doesn't give you the right to use this man's daughter as a baseball. I sentence you to pay Boris all the ticket sales money from the recent game this instant.
Fine. Here you go.
Time to go visit Rosie.
Good news, your daughter's fully recovered.
Great. I wonder how Boris is doing?
Great news. I sued the baseball stadium and got 100% of the sales rather than the expected 50%, which they weren't even gonna give me because of the fine print.
But remember, you have to give me and Caillou 30% of that.
Crap. Right. Well, what should we do with the money?
We'll use it to promote our series, and I have someone booked for the next episode that'll get it lots of views.
Who's that?
And did you make sure they're not a Scottish weirdo in disguise?
Yes, I made sure, and we'll make sure again afterwards. And I'm not telling who it is, it's a mystery.